Yo, what's up friends? Welcome back to another awesome Python project. Today we're going to be doing a random password generator. It's going to be basic, it's going to be fun, and we're going to learn a couple things. We're going to be using different Python modules and some of their functions. Nothing crazy, so definitely stay tuned. We're going to be going over different password lengths, what the randomness that it provides, and then you can get your own password with your own length, and it will give you what our desired goal is, to create a random password generator. But aside from that, go ahead and check out the channel for other videos, other Python related content and Python related resources. But yeah, let's get started and just have fun. Alright, so for this tutorial I will be using a Jupyter notebook. There will be a link in the description that you can follow along and code from your web browser. There will also be a repo that contains all these files in case you just want to look at them, copy and paste, and do what you got to do. So, but for that, let's get started. Let's create a new Python notebook. As you can see right now, it's called untitled, but we could just call it password gen. And you do want to specify that it's random, just so you know. Okay, cool. And for this specific project, mini project, we're going to be using two Python modules, random and string. Random will be used to create a random password choosing different letters, numbers, and special characters. String will be used to access the ASCII letters, so upper and lowercase, numbers, and punctuation, or special characters, as some of you guys know. So we can just do that here. So there's different ways you can import them. You could do import random.choice or import random and then do random.choice later on. So you can do this, import random.choice and whatnot, but I just like doing it this way. It's easier, and we put it in a try and except clause just in case there is an error. Let me fix this, because if there is an error, it'll give us an error. So like if we take away the I from here, oh look, import library error, cannot import name. Therefore it gives us a better way to look at what the error is. So let's change that back. Nice, successfully imported. So the password generator for this can be wrapped in a function called ran_password, where it takes in the password length. So we could just do def ran password gen with password length as its parameter. So for now we'll do that. The function will take in the length, and this is going to be set by the user. So as you saw previously, you can put any length, and it'll give you a random password for that length. So using the functions we imported from our module string, we can create a variable called all chars, which will contain all the characters from the letters, digits, and special characters all together. So you have a better understanding of what these functions contain. We can take a look. We can just print them. So ASCII letters contains the ABC, the alphabet, upper and lowercase. The digits contain the numbers, and then punctuation contains special characters. So we can put that all together in one variable called all chars, just like that. All chars. So now if we were to run this and we would just do print ran password gen with a length of 2, we get none because we're not. Let me return this real quick. Return all chars. There we go. It returns everything. Doesn't matter the length because we didn't do anything with it yet, but yeah, it puts them all together. So now next we can use generator comprehension to return our password. So what this is, it's done using .join, and that is a built-in string function in Python. and then we'll use choice from our random module and a for loop to count the length of our password. So let me put that real quick so you can see. Boom. All right, so the way this reads is that we join an empty string right here, and we choose random characters from here, all from our characters, with length to the password length. So we're choosing I, which is randomly from all cars, which is right here, up until it reaches the password length, which is set by the user. So now let's just take that out. If we run this, nope, password length, forgot. Boom, we have TE, and obviously this can change. We can do 10 and we have this as our password. We could do 12. We could go up to 100, which seems kind of crazy, but there's your random password. So it's very basic, nothing crazy. But now to make this easier, let's create for our main function and see different lengths. So we're gonna create different passwords for different lengths, so that way you can see how it works. So right here we have a password length of 1, password length of 2, and so on and so forth up to 10. And every time you run this, it'll be random. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm getting the same password. You should never get the same password, as it is randomly chosen, which is really cool. So now, since we want our user to decide the length, let's create a user input for the length of the password and wrap it around the absolute built-in function in case someone wants to be sneaky and put in a length of less than 0. When we pass in the length of our function, we're then going to print our random password and break out of our for loop. So to do this, as before and always, I always say, we'll do a while true. Okay, and because we want an actual value, we're going to wrap this again in a try and except clause, because if the user wants to put in yeet as the length, well, we don't want that. So if that happens, we'll give them a warning and then reloop once again. So we can put all this in a try and except clause. So the way this understands it, so once you enter the while statement, we're going to ask the user for an input. If the input is numerical, we're going to print the password length and the password, and then we're going to break out. If the user does not print, the user does not input a value, numerical value, we're going to print not a number, continue, and reloop. So let's try it out. Boom, enter password length. So as I said, if you wanted to put yeet, oh, that's not a number? What if I put random letters and then numbers? Nope, not a number. Okay, so what if I put 10? Oh, nice. It breaks out, right? Because it's just one password randomly. So now if we run it again, and let's say user wants to be sneaky and try to put negative 69. Oh, the password length is 69, not negative. Okay, just that simple for this. I mean, there's many more things you can do for this. But like I said, it's a very simple project that you can do just to practice using different functions from different Python modules, learning for loops and understanding. And it's also just fun in case you want to be like, hey, I don't need a random password. All right, I know this program, and just go from there. It's that basic. But like I said, there's more things you can do with this random password generator, such as you can create an API where you can pass in the length as a query and it will return a random password, which is kind of what we do, but you can create it using Heroku and be like, okay, I'm uploading this, and people can just, you know, go into the web browser, type in something blah blah blah, and then pass in 10 as their query, and it can return a random password for them. So it can be really cool. Or you can create a GUI to type in the length and a certain type of character you want in your password, and then generate based off of those parameters, and you can improve from that. But these are just a few suggestions of what you can do to make your own password generator. So that's pretty much it for this Python tutorial, Python project. There are going to be a couple files in the GitHub repository for you to view and download for your own use. If you want to contribute to this project, please feel free to commit your changes on GitHub and I will take a look. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or reach me on Twitter. If you enjoyed this project tutorial, please leave a comment and like. Subscribe to watch more awesome videos to come. I will see you next time. Dream, code, and live.